Hi guys, what list of flights start in the video of today? We go to speak about Boruto, but also we go to speak about his master Sasuke Uchiha. You already imagined Boruto with Jugen, but the Sharingan. What would be usefulness that Boruto would have with this power, since the Jugen is extremely broken? So in this video, we go to speak if exists some possibility of the Boruto use the Sharingan together with Jugen. So this video is extremely epic, and you go to see the Boruto extremely overpower. So as this is serious, this video is very important that you have your like to give that strengthen if you be new, not know if in the channel, so you lose none of new when come out. So guys, given all message, we go to make soon the direct the video. So guys, some days ago I did a video speaking about the possibility of the death of Sasuke Uchiha in Boruto. Next generation, after all, Boruto is with some belongings of his master, and for you that is asking, I go to leave in the card here up a video. Already we spoke about the possible death of Sasuke because Boruto is using the bandana, and remembering we already saw this moment. Sasuke giving the bandana for Boruto, the moments before he enter in a Momoshiki Otsutsuki, but not end by. There in the future, Boruto also go to be using the katana, more known as the sword Kusanagi. And also the Boruto is using the cloak of Sasuke, Uchiha. Okay, Boruto is using practically wardrobe of Sasuke, but have a little thing that nobody saw or at least not was mentioned. Where are the eyes of Sasuke Uchiha was, if we assume that Sasuke died and since his belongings are with Boruto exists a whole, this script will be really, then we go to discover, well, for who saw the video where we spoke enough about the death of Sasuke Uchiha. I left very clear in that video, if case the Sasuke come to die, he not go to leave his eyes by there, until because would be much more easy. He, of give his eyes for the good of Konoha, then take the eyes together, him to a tomb, until because would be much more easy he, of give the eyes for the Boruto to deliver for Sarada, take if the eternal Mangekyou and go to remember that in Naruto Shippuden the Sasuke, after assume his defeat and perceive that revenge was useless. He in that moment also accept his death, but before him die, he wanted that his eyes were cared by Kakashi for the good of Konoha and the future ninja. So the Sasuke there in Naruto Shippuden left this very clear that if case the worst happened with him, his eyes still would be useful for the future. Any hour we have take Black you as girl and of the kitty still is mortal. The darkish environment cheese of the mountain brunette, the Sir and Daniel panties of love. This is what be. Well, so I believe in two possibilities. The first is this vision of the future. We not saw the eyes of the Sasuke also not be mentioned. Mean what that the Sarada already must be in possession of the eyes of her father is. Because I think this, believe that in that fight that we saw the beginning of the anime of Boruto, mean that Naruto really can be dead. But not only this, if the Boruto is facing the Kawaki alone, also mean that Sasuke died, and this we go to give a result, made the Sasuke really died at side of Naruto. The Boruto not would be literally alone until, because he have his team. So is in this moment that we start to speak about his friends, being more specific. The Mitsuki, one of the great friends of Boruto. He should be helping the Boruto in this fight against Kawaki, but he is then we go there for some options first. He was defeated also by the Kawaki, or he must be doing a thing much more important. That would be basically helping the Sarada find transparent. Of the eyes of her father, you must be asking how so, how this is possible as all world must know or for who not know. Take a time until that, the eyes synchronize with the new bearer. But with an exception. This not serve for the people that have special powers. So if the Sarada evolve the Mangekyou Sharingan, all world know that the immense power a power so great that can leave the person immobile. So we go to suppose that in the moment of the battle, the Sarada not have more strength powers to make this transplant. So all indicate that Mitsuki can help until, because the Mitsuki will be a medical ninja of the team, is clear that the Sarada also go to learn some medical jutsus. But the Mitsuki have more chances of be a true doctor of the new Team 7, and I say this with much property, because we have that in the fight against Boro. Our Sarada and Mitsuki, in full synchrony, worked together to discover the secrets behind the jutsus of Boro. And for surprise of all, was the Mitsuki. That was capable of create an antidote there using only his body and his genetic, thus helping his team in the fight against the Boro. Not even the Sarada was so fast and create an antidote in that moment. So with all certainty, Mitsuki in the future would have all the possibility and experience to transplant the eyes of her father in his friend Sarada while the Boruto is fighting alone against Kawaki. But also, as I said, I imagine that a certain moment Boruto and Sasuke go to leave to train, alone in dimensions different. And because I believe in this possibility, the Sasuke as we saw in the manga, he already is inside. About Momoshiki want dominate the body of Boruto. Hi. So for of Momoshiki, my dominate body of Boruto they go to train in another dimension. And because they go to make this before the Kawaki invade the village of the leaf. Because as we saw in the manga, when Momoshiki dominated the body of Boruto the first time, was by account of the level of power that the karma ended up elevating. Then the Momoshi was capable of dominate the body of Boruto, and as the karma ended up elevating, you must be asking by the resonance of the karmas, both of Kawaki as of Boruto. So when the two are together using their powers, the karma reach a level superior so powerful that in the manga, we saw that the resonance of the karma between the two made a portal, and they ended up going to this parallel dimension where were Naruto. So by account of this resonance of this accumulation of power Momoshiki was capable of, and we saw inside the manga that he also say that the Boruto knot is prepared. He still not have all the power for Momoshiki possess him completely, so by this that they must be training in another dimension for the Kawaki not appear them, and thus the Boruto go to get trained calmly, and it's clear that the Ishiki dominating the body of Kawaki before even invade the leaf. He go to want the Boruto he already left clear that he want the Boruto and Kawaki. So, as he himself said to Otsutsukis he is a reborn, so he need of Momoshiki of some form, so he would be going behind first of Boruto then invade the leaf in this moment to hold the Kawaki. The Sasuke would be self-sacrificing more before this, he would give his eyes to deliver to Sarada, but you must be asking before the Boruto deliver the eyes for. And if the Boruto wanted use the Mangekyou Sharingan, he could at least until this moment of the escape. Of course that not would be no problem. Boruto could use the Mangekyou Sharingan until, because we already saw that the Kakashi got control very well. Such power. But if this happened, what would be simply of the Mangekyou for the Boruto? Well, in this point, I believe that have only one, usefulness. If you believe that some more comment there would be. In this case, the perception as is that the Boruto could recognize any jutsu, although not can copy all by everything that in the manga was thanks to the Sasuke that they discovered. The secret power of Ishiki, where basically he let the things minuscule but so small that impossible see with the naked eye. But the Sasuke got discover the secret of Ishiki, not is for nothing, that after the Sasuke discovers secret thanks to his Sharingan Ishiki stayed so revolted that he decided that in that moment, the first I would go to kill was the Sasuke. So he already is with hate of the Sasuke since that moment. So imagine a second meeting would be fatal, but continuing here together, and power of Jugen that already have the ability of feel negative emotions and open portals, and with the perception, the precision of analyze the jutsu and even copy little Boruto, would go to stay overpower until a certain moment, until deliver. To Sarada is clear that this all not passive hypothesis. We are only imagining how go to be this future where probably we go to be yes, Boruto and without Naruto until a certain time. Not we know if they go to get back of some form, more Boruto go to be fighting alone against Kawaki, so I want that you comment and leave your opinion. What would be the usefulness that Boruto would have momentarily beyond of have the perception Jugen is extremely broken? So if you remember of some other usefulness of Boruto can have is very important that you comment there and leave your opinion about all this that we spoke here. And remembering if you liked the video already, go leaving your like to give that strengthen, and if you be new, subscribe in the channel for love. Subscribe there for not lose no new video when come out. So guys, very thanks for your audience. We are together until the next video.